Welcome to Beyond the Workout with your host, Eric Dunstan. Hello, everyone. This is Coach E. I just want you to know that anything you hear on Beyond the Workout podcast is just information only. It is not a diagnosis for your issues. So anything you hear for well being, nutrition, fitness, exercise, any of those things, just take it that way as information. If you need help for a specific situation, please seek a professional. See your doctor, see a professional personal trainer, and they will diagnose your issues and they will take care of you. All right, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another show of Beyond the Workout. It is me, your host, Coach E, Eric Dunstan, and I am doing shows based around my created program for fitness. I call it the Better program. Each letter stands for a portion of how you would take care of yourself with fitness and health. The B standing for basic, the E for Imam, the T for time of attention, the other T for Tabata. The E is for eating correctly, eating wisely, and the R is for rest and recovery, and it also includes getting your sleep. And so this show, I want to focus it on that portion of rest, recovery, and sleep because this is often overlooked when it comes to your fitness. Everybody thinks fitness is exercise, exercise, push-ups, pull-ups, weightlifting, running. All of that is for fitness is what's on the mind of people when they hear that. And when they think of health, of course, they think of nutrition and diet. But that's not the purpose of this show. It's the purpose is on the part that is overlooked, and that's at the end of better is the R. It comes in at the end because it's mostly overlooked. But we're gonna dive into that in order to level up your fitness, not just doing what you do in the gym, as I said, or what you do in the kitchen, but how you let your body recover. So let's get right into this. And, you know, I say the R stands for rest and recovery, but then you think of resting, you think of sleep as well. So I want to add that I don't want to call the program Better's Fitness, but the R incorporates the sleep as well. But let's start with this first. Let's start with rest. Now, I'll tell you what I usually do and what I would encourage you to do, but I want you to understand that rest means just more than taking a day off from exercise. It's truly letting your body and your mind rejuvenate. So, like during rest, your muscles, after all of this workout, your muscles are given the time to repair. You ever heard that when you weight train, your muscles are the fibers are tearing apart, and then when you stop and rest and you like they heal, they recover. That basically is what we're talking about. Not putting more undue stress on those muscles. For example, if you, let's say you did squats or chest press and maybe some biceps and some back today on this day, you don't go tomorrow and do the same thing. That's not allowing your body to rest. It's not allowing those muscles to rest and repair. So we want to be mindful of not overdoing it, thinking we're going to see better results. No, your body needs time to get into that state of healing, that state that comes from resting. So when you rest your muscles, you rest your body, your muscles repair, your inflammation decreases, and also your energy stores can get replenished. So rest days are essential for preventing burnout. Now, Think about that. You keep doing the same old thing over and over again, and you realize it's not sustainable. What's the next thing to happen? You get burnt out, and then you just throw everything away and don't keep going. So you rest to rejuvenate to get going again. And it reduces injury risks, and you'll likely stay consistent with your fitness routine because you allowed your body to rest. You're not in that pain, or what they call it, DOMS has gone. DOMS, DOMS, means delayed onset muscle soreness. When you first start working out, you get that soreness, and then you like, wow, I can't take this. But over time, if you go through proper rest, your body will get used to it. You'll keep building on what you've started, and using rest appropriately, you'll get used to that soreness will be less and less. So to enhance your rest periods, make sure you're engaging in activities like light stretching. You can walk on the days that you don't work out. You can meditate. Now imagine you just letting your mind relax, you meditating, and you think about just think about your day, how you feel, your health. You meditate on that. And then you can meditate on the reasons why you're resting. So I was going to tell you about what I do. Um, I guess I'm always moving, but I don't intentionally call it exercise. So if I want to get up and maybe walk and get the mail, I got to walk to the clubhouse to get the mail from the office there. Or if I go grocery shopping, sometimes I don't park. I definitely never park close to the entrance of the store I go to, of the big box store I go to. I park closer to the exit because where you go in, you don't come out the same way. So, but it's still walking, and I enjoy it. So, those are the things you can be mindful of during your resting days. So, something I started incorporating in my exercise program, which I feel like has helped me to not burn out. And that's totally resting from exercise for a whole week after I've gone several weeks of working out in the gym. Because the way I do it, I try to work out 6 days a week. It's just what I'm accustomed to. I can do shorter periods of work of exercises, and I target specific muscles in a way that a lot of my clientele wouldn't. And it's just the way I look at the body and how I work out. And I mean, it's not saying you can't do it, because there are 6 exercises I do recommend you learn the basics of and do consistently. And that's part of my better program with the basic exercise training. But after you go 1 week, the second week, the third week, the fourth week, fifth week, after about 6 weeks of that, you can just kind of feel your body is tired, your mind might be tired. Then I might say, you know what, this week I'm not going to go into the gym at all. Now, a lot of people feel like that's a setback, and it can be for some because that week off could turn into 2 weeks off, 3 weeks off. So you build up a consistent routine for maybe working out 3 months straight, and then take a chill, a break, reflect on what you've done that week, and start all over again after a week of resting. That's a suggestion. That's something I've done. I don't do it often, but when I start to feel it's a drag, I will take the week. I don't just take the day. I might miss a day or two, but then sometimes say, you know what, the whole week I'll start fresh again that following week. So that's something that you can consider, and that's something that I've done because active rest, meaning you're resting, but you're doing something outside of just your normal workout routine. That active rest can do wonders for keeping you in the zone without pushing your body too hard. So And that's the portion of rest. I hope you understand that. I hope you got it in your mind that you need to allow your body to rest with certain muscles to rest so you don't do weight training back to back to back to back unless it's a separate muscle group. And you still have to be careful there too. And if you want to know more about that or want to try my better program, I am open. I'm allowing people to come on in and give it a shot. It is a reduced rate because I just want to see how you do. I really want to see how this affects many people, and I'm particularly targeting those over the age of 50 because we need to work on our fitness and health. So the next thing is recovery. So recovery, it goes hand in hand with rest, but focuses uh, on how you actively help your body bounce back from tough workouts. So recovery might include things like foam rolling, which is myofascia relief or release. So you're actually rolling on a foam roller. There's a technique to it. You roll maybe your legs, your glutes. You usually don't do that with your shoulders and stuff. You might take a stiff ball and roll those muscles against the wall. That is a form of foam rolling. And foam rolling takes some getting used to. So even some people who are actively into fitness like myself, we could get through a session of foam rolling and then might not see that foam roller for weeks, because it does take a toll on how it feels, but it is a recovery method. It's really good for you. And of course, yep, if you were to come on this program with me, you're going to have to do something. We're going to teach you how to do that, and you would appreciate that very much. So, going further into, let me just quiet my notifications here because I'm getting some notifications on my. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I don't know if you heard that, but going further into the recovery method is you can do dynamic stretching. Now, dynamic stretching is different from like you're just standing in a static stretch move where you just hold a stretch position for like 20 to 30 seconds, like extending your leg and stretching for a few seconds. It's not that. So your dynamic stretches are actually mobility stretches. You might do a side step. You might do a lunge, like to really put the back leg back and do a wide step or a wide step lunge. You might do arm circles. You might do torso twists. That's all included in the dynamic stretching. And it's good for recovery of the muscles. It's not actually working the muscles, it's actually giving them their pliability, their flexibility, and loosening them up after a battle in the gym or battle on the stairmaster, whatever you did for your cardio or your fitness. But think about that recovery of doing foam rolling, doing the dynamic stretches, but also hydrating yourself and getting in the proper nutrition. So you see how everything really just ties in to like that better program. So when I give you those four different forms of workout, I want you to eat correctly and then recover and rest and get your sleep. Just think about that whole acronym as just a cycle. This is what your body's going to go through. And it doesn't have to always go in the order of better. You could start with eating correctly, you could start with your rest and recovery, and then incorporate those other forms of exercise in. But you always want to get the basic one in. Basic is the foundation. Is getting the the technique correct for doing everything right from that point. Building that foundation, you build on from that is very important. So, a lot of people they skip on this recovery portion and they think they can just push through. but that's where you can have setbacks and definitely injuries. So you want to make that a priority of getting in your recovery, and things like having regular massages or stretching routines, like I said with the dynamic stretching, and then making sure you feed your muscles what your muscles need, which is a diet rich in protein. So you have to know the protein sources, and I think I spoke about that, about the lean proteins. Your lean meats, um, your eggs, some of your vegetables that are protein, your beans and things like that are good. I'm not too fond on a lot of beans. Maybe doing like lentils is probably a little better. Any of that starchy stuff has not been good for me. Um, and so you do what's best for you, but just eat it in small portions and just allow your body to recover that way. So that will help you repair your body, and of course, definitely getting the fluids you need to hydrate yourself. And I do not mean soda. I don't mean sugary drinks. I don't mean these fruit juices. Drink you some water. Some good old H2O is all you need to go. Okay? That's what's going to help nourish your body, fuel your body, and help it recover. So, with rest and recovery, I mentioned how sleep is important. You hear a lot of information about sleep. And sleep is in the headlines a lot because stress is in the headlines a lot. There's these there's war going on. There's poverty happening. There's inflation. People are stressing over work. They don't know what's going to happen next. And there's all these little things that stress us out, and it affects how we sleep. I am not immune to that. I am affected by poor sleep as well. I think about things that go through my mind that has made me not sleep well. It's recommended that you get like 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Now, I could do well on 5 to 6 if I could just make that. But sleep is one of the most underrated aspects of fitness. But this is where the beauty happens when you sleep because your body goes into that full repair mode. Your muscles are healing, your hormones are regulating, and you're processing the day's activities. All that has happened with your body through that day. Your body actually goes through like a cleansing. It's ridding itself. In your mind, you just rid yourself of just stress, whatever happened to your day. But your body goes through this beautiful recovery period when it can sleep. And that's where you should try to make sure you're getting the best sleep you can. And because if you don't, it can lead to slower recovery, decreased performance, and even weight gain. And that's what we're trying to avoid. We don't want unnecessary weight gain. We want to gain weight. We want to gain muscle weight. You want to gain what's healthy weight, not unhealthy weight. And I don't have it on now, but I have a smartwatch. I do wear it most occasions when I'm asleep because it is monitoring my sleep. You have rings that will do that, and it will tell you how well you slept through the night. If you had your REM sleep, it can tell you if you did wake up during the night, and it can tell you how many hours it detected you were asleep. And the way my watch does, it'll give me a congratulations in the morning saying, you got this many hours. That's good. Keep it up. So that's encouraging. And there's some methods that I had tried to help me to fall asleep. And I have recommended it on this show, and I have recommended it to friends. And it's the box breathing method, where you inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for seconds through the mouth, and hold the breath out for 4 seconds. So it's like a box: 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, like a box. And you repeat that, and your body relaxes, your brain relaxes, and you typically can fall asleep. But I recently read about a different method, which I thought I knew what it was, and then I read deeper into it because I someone did a post on it. I think it was my my certifying agency that did it. I can't remember, but it was fascinating uh, that it talked about the military method for better sleep. Have you heard of that? And here's what it says. It says that the method had been used by military personnel to fall asleep quickly, and they claim you can fall asleep in 2 minutes if you try this method. So let me explain what it is, and you think about your your body in a line. Just think about your body from the head to the toe. And what you want to do is you want to start relaxing your body in that order. So they say you want to relax your entire face, allow your jaw to relax. And then usually when your jaw relaxes, you want your mouth will just fall open. You can do that when you're in the bed. Just let your body just mouth just go open. Just let your face just relax. Let your head just sink into the pillow. And then you want to go down to the shoulders and arms and just let those fall on the bed and just totally feel like they're just tons of weight, just a big old blob of weight holding, just laying there. You're not controlling it. And if you do feel like you can't relax, tense up real quick and just relax. And then when it comes to the chest and the lungs, just taking a deep breath and then exhale it, allowing your chest to relax. Then let your legs totally relax, like dead weight on the bed. And then just breathe calmly, and then what you have to do with your mind, you have to think of a peaceful place. Now you think of a place that you've been to that you were like, wow. Some people think of the beach. Some think of a tropical island, beautiful scenery. Now there's several places I've been that I can reflect on. And what you do is you reflect on that. And if your mind starts to process something else, quickly remove that and put another scene. If this scene that you had of a peaceful place didn't work, bring another scene in, and then another scene in if you had to, and just totally relax and breathe and relax, and then boom, you should be able to fall asleep. Now I can attest to this that I've tried it and it has worked, but I still have problems waking up in the middle of the night, being wide awake. So I don't typically awaken fully rested, but they claim if you do this enough times, you will be fully rested the next day and you will be fine. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you understood clearly and that this brought you some value that rest, recovery, and sleep are non negotiables if you want to see progress in your fitness journey. Because without them, your hard work in the gym won't pay off as much and you'll burn out and you'll risk injury. We don't want that. We want you to be healthy and strong and happy when you're healthy and strong. So tonight, I want you to try it tonight. Whenever you hear this podcast, if it's early in the morning, remember, try it tonight. Challenge yourself to focus on improving your rest and recovery routine. Even after if you've worked out, focus on recovery. Do those dynamic stretches, do the foam rolling. And if you struggle with sleep, get my words twisted up. I must be tired. Try that military method. Try the box breathing. Try and see what works for you. And make sure that you're treating your body right with plenty of rest days. And even if you had to take that week off from the workout, from the gym, do it. Know those recovery techniques and please make sure you're getting quality sleep each and every night. So, if you want any information about my Better program, if you want to just talk to me about what you're doing for fitness, if you need some tips, if you just need to talk, and get a coach's view of what you might need to do, just reach out. You know how to get in touch with me. My website is ericdunstan.com. You can reach out to me on my Instagram page. You can reach out to me on my Facebook page. Those are areas that if you reach out, I'm going to do my best to reach back. So reach out to me on ericdunstan.com and click on the Let's Chat button and let's book something. Find a space in that calendar and let's talk. All right. So always stay consistent, stay motivated, and I'll catch you next time on Beyond the Workout podcast. And this is Coach E, as always, signing out. Thanks for listening to Beyond the Workout podcast. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please be sure to check me out at ericdunstan.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Physique Improvements. Take care, everyone.